immobilized share by somebody who can sell today. Sell meaning they can supply to the market today afternoon. That CMA has to investigate whether there is even any share out of the 16 billion that has been offloaded out of the immobilized stake. Chair, as I go to the close, transaction, I had the National Treasury talks about KCB. This is how this market works, Chair. And I'm saying it in good faith and in humility. If you want to know, there is no other hand. One, and especially in the transaction cost, because it is abnormal. Transaction costs in the NSC, they are based on some parameters. And the more, the cheaper. If you buy 2 shares today worth the 2,000 shillings, in percentage, you may end up paying a higher commission, but it's already capped at 2%. So you can't pay more than 2%. But what the brokers do, the more the weight of the transaction, the cheaper the commission. Now, when I heard that Kenya is paying a commission of an average of 1.5%, then I knew this is a red flag. You just need to do one thing as a committee. Tell KCB to do in writing whether they have something called a stockbroker's agent. That will cure that maneno. They do in writing to commit themselves. Because being a listed company, they'll still report in their financial year whether there is any cost that was incurred in this commission. Stockbrokers agents, how would they do? You go to a stockbroker and say, this is my deal. And then you are put into the system as an agent. Then you are given between 35 to 50% of the commissions your client generates. So you just need to ask KCB in writing whether in this transaction there is a stockbroker's agent. Because if there is one, second question is, why do you actually need an agent? A company that is already being controlled by GOK. KCB, the chairman, is appointed by government, and the board composition is appointed by government based on the 19% stake. So why would you need an agent for you to connect Kengen to Kenya Power, for example? Why? So, chairman, whatever savings we make, it should go to the Kenyan people. But the way to cure that, let them commit. And then Parliament will check later whether in this transaction there was associated cost of an agent, because that is how things can happen. Lastly, the way forward, I have always said it, and I know 100%, Kenya may end up getting over 350 billion Kenya shillings if we fall part of them. And the many suggestions that I have heard from many people who have appeared before you, Chair. One, this issue of listing SAFARICOM came up even when I was in the corridors of power. So it's not something new to me. And therefore, whatever I'm saying is just to remind even the people who are there today. But there were better proposals than now. Why are we falling back to inferior proposals? The proposal which I would give, which even them they know, break SAFARICOM into 3. And you're not doing anything much. Breaking in paper, you're not breaking it like with Nyoro. Break SAFARICOM into a telco. Number 2, into a fintech. And number 3, into a tower company. The sum total of the 3 will be much more valuable than the whole. That's one. The second option, that is one option. The second option,